Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nah, I'm not going to get into that, guys. But anyhow, this is going to be my 2011 Survivor Series prediction video, and I'm gonna briefly go through a couple of the matches, explain what I think might happen. But most likely, we already know what's gonna happen in a couple of these matches, but could be a shock in a few, which that's why I'm buying it. I'm not gonna stream this on the computer, even though I have a really nice computer. I'm gonna buy this on my 3D 55-inch Samsung. Go Samsung. Don't do anything other than that. That's the best TV brand out there. I don't give a fuck what you say. Anyhow, let's go to the card now. But before we go to the card, you can see for some reason, like, there's some lights on. You're not able to like really see a good view of the TV. But I was kind of trying to let you see how nice it was. This is the Vikings-Packers game that happened on Monday night of last week. But anyhow, we're going to the match card now. We have Natalya versus Eve Torres, which yeah, I'm not. This is not going to be like in any kind of order. I'm not gonna try to figure out what order the WWE is going to place their matches. I mean, I could, but that's not what I'm here to do. Just here to make my predictions. So Eve Torres versus Natalya. That's going to be, in my opinion, a victory by Natalya. I could not see Eve Torres picking it up. She just won the belt, so definitely I see Natalya winning this. I believe they're going to have, like, the other divas down at the ring, like, as enforcers or some bullshit. Like, I want to see anything but ass, so that's good, actually. It's better to have more divas not competing, standing there, letting me see that ass, than actually competing, making themselves look like fools. So McMahon actually did a pretty good thing here. There wasn't any reason at all to have a 5-on-5 traditional divas match. That would have just been horrible fucking TV, and nobody would have wanted to see that match go on for longer than 2 minutes, and we all know it would have. So what McMahon's doing here is good, and I saw the move that Natalya put on the little new girl on SmackDown, and I'm telling you, that sharpshooter where she bends all the way back, I mean, that's going to make for some pretty good TV if that's what she does to Eve Torres, So I'm going with Natalya. If WWE does anything other than that, they're idiots. But that's going to be my prediction on the first match. It's going to be a decent match. It's going to be a Divas match, so don't expect anything but a Divas match. Okay, then we have second match. Dolph Ziggler performing double duties is going to be his first match against, I'm not too sure, though, could be contradicting myself there, but he's going to be going against John Morrison and not Zack Ryder. And I was thinking at the last minute they could possibly maybe pull a triple threat, but that's not going to happen. They're going to leave it at Bay. They're going to leave it at Morrison and Ziggler, and I think this is going to be a pretty good damn match, to be real, which I think this is going to be probably one of the better matches on the card. And I'm going to go with Ziggler, obviously, to retain the title, unless they have signed Morrison, because his contract was ending at the either end of November or end of December. But he was taken off like one of the tours somewhere. So, I don't know what's going to happen right now, but it looks like to me that Dolph Ziggler is going to retain because they're trying to build him up, obviously, like, strong as hell, strong as shit, because he did double duties last pay-per-view and was successful. He was successful retaining his title. So I see him being, his U.S. title, so I definitely see him retaining his U.S. title again. It's going to be a good match, so, yeah. Good thing that WWE has Morrison in there, in my opinion, rather than Zack Ryder, because it's a Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a regular pay-per-view. This is the 4 major ones, and in my opinion, it's like basically the third biggest one. It'd be WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. So they have to do it bigger than SummerSlam here. And there'd be no better match than, in my opinion, Ziggler would go at than fucking John Morrison at this point. Because Ryder, in my opinion, couldn't put on the match that John and Ziggler could. So I'm going with Ziggler, no doubt here. All right, we got the third match of the night. We're going to go with Alberto Del Rio versus CM Punk. There's not really a lot of build up on this match. Like, there's been a couple of things that happened the last couple of Raws that hasn't really been too appealing to me. Like, it hasn't made me, like, get out of my seat or, keep my eyes, like, glued on their segments, even though CM Punk is, trying to claim how boring Del Rio is and everything. And it's like, CM Punk to me is just as boring are more boring than Del Rio while he's claiming Del Rio is boring. But anyhow, to have your own opinion on that. But like there could be either be two different scenarios here, obviously. But I can see, you know, this WrestleMania 28 being like so big in Miami and just like blowing the roof off of Dade County, and I can just see like CM Punk, not being in the title match at WrestleMania, but having a huge match. And the rumors are that Austin wants one more match and stuff and whatever. Like I don't know if possibly it would be like versus Austin. Like I personally think that like CM Punk in like a hardcore match versus like a Mankind or something would be a good match. But whatever. But I don't personally see CM Punk retaining the title going into WrestleMania like as the champion. So he wouldn't retain it obviously. But what I meant by that is like capturing it now and then like keeping it, until WrestleMania. So I see Alberto Del Rio keeping this title and staying champion for a little while. I don't see him staying champion until WrestleMania, but I can see him at least champion until Royal Rumble coming up at the Rumble. I'll see him probably losing it then. But I think it'll probably be a decent match, a good match, two pretty good wrestlers. So it's gonna be Del Rio picking up this victory and retaining the WWE Championship, which, like I said, doesn't have a lot of build up on this match, and like I don't know where it's gonna be placed on the card, but I mean, if it had more build up, everybody could appreciate it a lot more because they are pretty talented fucking wrestlers. It's just like I don't know where WWE is pushing these guys. They're pushing Triple H and fucking this Nash shit, and they're not even on the fucking card. So that's that. All right, fourth match. We got Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, versus the Big Show, the world's largest supposedly athlete. So anyhow, supposedly, like I said, the Big Show is the biggest athlete in the world, which technically he could be. But other than that, what's it gonna be? They already put on a fucking real good match at fucking Vengeance. I mean, for who they are and for the limits that they both possess. So, I mean, I can't really see this match doing better than that. And I mean, I really actually want it to because I mean, obviously, I'm spending the $54.95 to get it on TV from DirecTV. So I just don't see what they personally can do. As far as the limitations they have, and they've already broke the fucking ring. There's no new stipulations here. I don't see this match being better than Vengeance. Like, I don't think it's going to be a terrible match by any means, but I just don't see it being, any bigger or any better. So I'm going with a decent match here, and I'm going to say that Mark Henry's going to keep this title. Unless there's a return or something like that from Kane. But I don't believe that's going to happen until the Royal Rumble, personally. So, like I said, Mark Henry's going to walk out of Survivor Series with the championship around his waist. All right, now we're on to the fifth match of the night. We have Team Barrett versus Team Orton in the 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match. Which, in a way, this is a good thing that they only have one of these Survivor Series matches because it could be bigger, better, and it's gonna feature better superstars than if they tried to do anything other than that, like a Raw and a SmackDown, or like a Raw like and a Divas, or a SmackDown and a Divas. It's good that they just did what they did, with this traditional 5-on-5. Even though I would have rather it headline Team Rhodes versus Team Orton, it's fine being Team Barrett because of the recent push they're trying to give the guy. But I mean, I see this being a a pretty decent match, or like one of the better survivor